It makes me so sad when I hear that many women around 50, over 50, postmenopausal women feel invisible. I know I have felt that way, and it sure isn't a good feeling. This is a time in our lives when we have gained so much knowledge, so much experience. The last thing we should be feeling is invisible. With a few simple changes to an everyday outfit, you can bring out your personality and grace the world with it. You may not wear something like this, but I bet you've seen other women doing it, and it's basically just this kind of nondescript outfit, just a top, pants, and maybe some trainer style sneakers. This was me. I would just throw this on. Not usually a button down, usually just kind of a pullover top, long sleeve if it's winter, short sleeve if it's summer, or a tank top. And then if it's winter, of course, I'm always going to grab my black puffy coat. Is there anything wrong with this? Well, not necessarily. And I'm not saying that this wouldn't be appropriate sometimes. I know I'm just going to run out in something like this every once in a while, but I didn't want to get into the habit of it. And I really think that this kind of invisible feeling that us women around or over 50 can get, part of it is because of wearing things like this. And with a few simple changes, without sacrificing comfort, you can really make your outfit look a lot better, and you're going to feel a lot better in it. All right, so number one is shoes. I have on sneaker style trainers, and you know I love to run out in these, but a cute pair of sneakers, tennis shoes, walking shoes, whatever they are, can really make a huge difference. Then if you pair that with some short socks or no socks, I'm somebody who wants to wear socks. I don't like to not wear socks. So these no-show socks really make a big difference. I'm feeling a little funkier today, so I'm going to wear my little copper sneakers that have the zippers on the side. I really love these. They're really comfortable, and they're cute. They show some personality. And that's another thing about kind of that nondescript dressing. It doesn't show our personality. You know, since when do we not want to show our personalities? Maybe not every day, but I personally don't want to get in the habit of just being nondescript and feeling invisible. Another thing I'm going to do is roll my cuffs up a little bit. And you could roll them up like this for a really casual look, which I think is cute with these little sneakers. It adds some personality, and it also shows off the ankle, which I think is a pretty area to show off. So you could do it like this, which will make a break in the leg. You know, when you have all one color going all the way down, it does elongate your legs. And I often will do that in a more formal setting, but for this casual setting, this adds a little personality. So you could do it like this, or you could do it like this if you prefer. If you don't want that cuff, just kind of tuck them under. This is going to take a more narrow leg pant, but if you've got them, this is another way that you can do this. It just adds a little personality, and you can switch up outfits this way too. Wear them cuffed one day, wear them like this another day, wear them plain the next. I'm feeling a little funky today, so I am going to keep mine cuffed. Similar to showing a little skin on the ankle, another thing that you can do is show a little skin in other places. And what this does is just kind of break the blockiness up. So I'm just going to unbutton my top button. You could unbutton the next button, either A, if you're brave, which I am not, or you have on a little top underneath. You can kind of get this elongating V right here, and roll up your sleeves. Showing your wrists, again, it's another way to kind of show off a pretty part. Wrists and ankles, you know, can be very pretty. And again, it kind of takes away some of the blocky look of the outfit and the nondescript look of the outfit. Also, I like my sleeves rolled up anyway. It's easier to work and do whatever it is I have to do. All right, so far, Another thing that I'm finding really makes a big difference is paying attention to where your clothes stop on your body. So here, a couple of things. This top stops at this widest part of my hips right here. You know, I have no shape in this outfit. It's also splitting my body into half approximately, you know, top half, bottom half. There is this ratio, this idea, this 1/3 to 2/3 ratio that looks more flattering. And that is when the top is 1/3 and the bottom is 2/3. And also you can do it the other way around too. And I'll kind of demonstrate that in a minute. So for this blouse, if I either tie it up like this, or you could do a front tuck. Front tuck isn't always my favorite because I have a little belly right here, but if you pull it out kind of so that the tuck of it falls over that part, it helps. Or tuck it in and then pull it out a little bit like this. I learned this in a high school gym locker room. This one girl was like, you just lift your arms up, then let them go, and boom. Now that I'm older, I like to actually do a little adjusting, but it's a good way just to kind of get it going. And you can kind of have it tucked in, but in a loose way. And what this does is now it's stopping, my top is stopping at a more narrow part of my body. Instead of accentuating the widest part, it's more drawing attention to a more narrow part, which in my case I want. Of course, if you're very tall and thin and you would like to add some width, you might want to stop your clothes at the widest part of your body. Same goes for a t-shirt. This accentuates the more narrow part of my body, plus I'm getting that 1/3, 2/3, 2/3 on the bottom, 1/3 on top is most typical kind of ratio. And this is a little more flattering on me than, sorry for the flash there, than this. If I were just to throw this t-shirt on and go out like this, you can see it's kind of shapeless, stops at the widest part of my body, and would be even more so, you know, if I had those trainers on and just, you know, you can see how it just starts to degrade. Maybe you want to accentuate down here a little bit farther. Maybe you would like to kind of float over this part of your body. Then you might want to leave this be out and let it fall to where it's on the thinner part of your leg. My shirt's not long enough, and I don't really have very many things that are that way, unfortunately, or fortunately, because they just don't look good on me. But you can kind of see, maybe if I just kind of pull it down, you can get the idea where you let this be the longer part, let this be the 2/3 part, and the bottom be the 1/3 part. The same goes for skirts and dresses. This skirt outfit, the top is hitting me closer to my waist. If it were up here, it'd be even better. The skirt hits me at my knee where my leg comes in, as opposed to across my calf where my leg is the widest, at least on the bottom. And I'm not going to be wearing any mini skirts up here, that's for sure. This dress is really too long for me, but I think it will let me show you some examples. So here it is, almost down to the ground, and it's just kind of like a big block. This can be nice. Sometimes I just like to wear maxi length dresses. But if it was a little shorter and showed my ankles, I think that that's more flattering. And then also compare that to if it were here at the wider part of my calf. This is better, at least if you want to look thinner. Maybe if you wanted to look bulkier for some reason, you know, you feel too thin, then stop it at the wider part of your body. Just stop your clothes wherever it is that you want to accent. I do want to mention something. Yes, all one color, and especially on your lower half all the way down to your shoes, is always going to be longer, leaner, thinner. This would be even better if I had a wider leg pant, but I don't. So I kind of simulated with black socks. So yes, absolutely. If you've got an outfit like this and you're going out, that is going to give you a nice lean look. What I'm talking about avoiding, or at least not getting in the habit of, is going for black pants, black socks, black tennis shoes, or sneakers, which I did for a long time because I was a florist, I was a cake decorator, I worked in restaurants, and that is different. You know, if that's your uniform and you need those black sneakers because you're on your feet all day, I mean, honestly, that's a different story. But I'm talking about to run your errands, just kind of getting into this kind of a rut, which I was in, so that's why I'm sensitive to it. And I do see a lot of women out there just choosing this very safe, nondescript look. And I do think that it contributes to the feeling of feeling invisible. All right, next I'm going to throw on a little jewelry, and I'm going to show you something that makes it really easy if you like to layer. All right, I want to show you something that makes putting on layered jewelry so much easier. I featured this in another video, which I'll link below, and that's these little layering clasps. This one's magnetic, so you can put almost as many bracelets on here as you want to, or necklaces. There's 3 on each, so you can just choose, you get them on there, and the magnetic ones are so easy. This is also great, you know, as our eyesight starts to go, and or maybe we even have some grandmas or moms who are still with us that could really use this because it makes it so much easier. You just clip it on and off just like that. So easy, boom, done. And this, I like this because it's got to be fast and easy for me, especially for an everyday look, or I'm just not going to do it. So this helps. And then they make them in a clasp form too, which I prefer to use on my neck for some reason. I just prefer the clasp rather than the magnet. You know, same principle. It's just a clasp instead of a magnet. I just put 2 necklaces on this. You could put almost as many as you want. I mean, you know, you could probably put 6, up to 6 on there pretty easily. But then you just have 1 clasp to deal with. And these are inexpensive. I got these from Amazon, and I'll link them below. All right, I threw on some earrings, and I've got just a layered necklace and some layered bracelets. But this could be anything that kind of speaks to you. Put your own personality into it. Maybe it's a scarf. Maybe it's some really statement earrings, which I love because you can just throw them on. They're so easy and they make a statement. Or maybe a really cool pair of sunglasses. Whatever it is that speaks to you. Well, I guess I got so excited that I didn't film the end of this video. So it's a few days later, but the message is the same. As women over 50 or around 50, are we older? Yes, definitely. Is our beauty different? Well, probably, but I don't think it's less. In fact, if we're honest with ourselves and not buying into stereotypes, aren't we really more fabulous than we've ever been? I think so. And I don't think we should be feeling invisible or falling into that trap. This video is just a few ideas of how to not buy into that stereotype. Make this your own. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day.